Hello, I'm just doing a quick video on changing the glow plugs on a Vauxhall. This one's a Sophia, but it's a 1.9 cdti engine, the 120 horsepower. Now I believe the 150 horsepower 16 valve, the glow plugs are somewhere here at the front somewhere, reasonably easily to change. On the 8 valve 120 horsepower engine, they're right at the very back, down there. As the engine is at the moment, you can't see the glow plugs. I've taken the plastic off that runs all along here, which is down there. I mean, that's the engine cover. That's the plastic part that covers the well, it just covers all the back. And that one's still hanging there because it's got the windscreen pipe on. Door just unclips nice and easy. There's four small bolts, two there, just hold that on, and a couple of little location, see that's sticking down there. There's one either side, they just locate into holes, but very easy to take off. Now, there's a guy on YouTube that tells you how to do this, and all he does is loosen. This is the EGR valve here. All he does is loosen the 3 bolts. There's 2 there and 1 down below that one. He just loosens that off. Oh, and you have to just undo these 2 10mm nuts or bolts here. Now, I tried that and I just still couldn't get in. So what I found was, this isn't an easy job, it's just awkward. If you completely undo these 3, I think they're 13mm bolts, you can take these top 2 out. The bottom one you can't get out because it's hitting the fuel filter and everything here. That doesn't matter. Undo those 3, undo these 2 10mm top and bottom that hold the flexible tubing from the EGR valve onto the engine. Undo those 2, so there's 5 altogether. Get a cable tie or something and try and pull it as far. You've got the flexible tube underneath, which you haven't got to take off, but just get a cable tie or some rope or something and pull it as far away over here as you can. If you get a torch then right down the bottom and leaning right over the engine, you can see the first 2 glow plugs, and by pulling that off you can get your finger underneath the glow plug electrical connector and just pull the connector off the glow plug, and then using a setup like this, and that's a 1/4 inch drive. I wouldn't use 3/8 because you need all the space you can get, and the 1/4 is plenty big enough. So you've got the ratchet itself. I've got a couple of extension bars which I just bought from the cheap tool shop by me, the 1.99 for 3 extension bars, a 10mm extended socket, and then there's the glow plug itself. So once you've pulled the electric connector off the glow plug, you can get that setup I've just shown you there down onto the top of the glow plug. Now, 3 of them you can just use the straight connectors. I found on the 4th one, so I'm going 1 2 3 4, on the 4th one I had to use a swivel joint because you can't get the straight extension pieces in. So I've done the first 2, a little bit awkward, but you can get to them, you know, it's not too bad. So they were all right actually. I tested them on a battery, they were glowing okay, which was a bit of a disappointment because I wanted to see a faulty one or faulty 2, but anyway, them 2 were okay. Leaving the EGR off still, I then undone whatever this is here I don't know what it is, but it's just 2 bolts, one behind my finger here, you'll see them, 2 bolts top and bottom holding all that there on. Again, what you've also got to do as well is undo these clips, pull the clips out, take all the fuel return lines off, pull the yellow clip up about, comes up about 10mm, press the black part of that down, and then the electrical connectors come out. Undo these 2 10mm bolts there, and those 2 13mm bolts there, and then all this, that allows you then to pull all this away again with the cable ties up as far as you can out the way. And again, when you look down then, after removing all that, you can see the other 2 glow plugs. Again, not easy access, and I've got reasonably small hands, so I could get down. Using a torch as well, a little torch, you can do this job. It's a bit time consuming and a bit awkward to get to, but that's the best way I found to do it. Not just loosening these, but taking them off and moving them away. It's not a big deal. To undo all that took me about 20 minutes to half an hour, and then you've got better access. Again, this engine's only done 53,000, and the glow plugs are reasonably easy to come out, and I only found the 4th one wasn't working. So I'm glad I've done the job, but when you put them back in, I believe it's 8 whatever it is, £8 per square inch torque pressure. All I done was just tighten them up and just give them that little bit of, don't over tighten the plugs, because if you do have to get them out in the future, you'll never get them out. But yeah, so that was job done, and put it all back together, and it's all okay now. So if the videos help, great, but it's not impossible to do, it's just a little bit awkward. But if you've got the time to do it, give it a go.